I need pictures of Captain America.
Gamora.
Itching for a fight.
What do you want to bet that Gamora's alternate costume will be her original one?
I'd be okay with that.
With us together, this will be a cinch.
Me too.
Who will prevail?
Weird, pointless hood while wearing like one-piece bikini. 'Cause comic books.
It was kind of funny because they did that. They did this story where called, what was it? The Black
Call me
Vortex,
the most dangerous woman in the galaxy.
where when basically they had this item called the Black Vortex that would just give people cosmic power. Just boom, you're cosmic powered now.
Oh, the Black Vortex?
Yeah, Black Vortex. And in that story, they gave Gamora, who hadn't had that outfit, they basically gave that outfit back to her.
Just because?
Yeah. And cosmically powered, of course. And she kept, I think she kept those powers, too.
I gotta say, I love how the fact that X has the hover boot thing going, even without being armored up. They seem to have kind of just been like, yeah, okay. Because he's got that going for him in Project Cross Zone 2.
Yep.
Gamora, I'm not 100% sure how to properly play her.
Yeah.
Since she's got that whole, like, I'm gonna jump forward all the fucking sudden. I cannot shoot my gun without jumping forward, at least a little bit.
Yep.
Nope. Beams and throwing stuff. Beams and throwing stuff. Okay, whatever. We'll go with that.
Throwing stuff, even you.
Throw knives, throw daggers, throw Gamoras.
Oh man, I pulled that one out of my rear end.
I'm not even sure how the Fire Dragon one hit. I thought I was blocking, but I guess not.
Yep.
Holy crap, it's warm in here, I just realized.
I think I'm kind of tired of fall. Can't decide whether it wants to be warm or cold.
I like it at about, like, high 60s, low 70s.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at.
I could do without this fucking humidity, though.
Yeah. Well, that's the Midwest for you.
Womp womp. Why can't we just live on a planet that has moderate weather year-round?
Iron Man.
You pretty much have to live in like a space station or a controlled habitat or something before that would happen.
That sounds pretty nice, actually. Minus the whole thing where somebody puts a hole in the hole, that's that. But, you know. That's why you make the hull of your space station extra thick.
I'm not as merciful as the demons you've come across.
Me and you a team? You say so.
Who will come out on top?
I mean, you're a team in the story, Tony.
Fight!
Sometimes it looks like it. No, I know what I'm doing. I think that's really kind of my issue with the having to get used to the 4-button configuration again.
Is having to not rely on the auto combo so much? Because that's my issue.
Well, I mean, I turned off the auto combo thing.
Wait, you can turn that off?
Yep, it is in the. I don't remember if it's in the controller settings or just game settings, but yeah, you can turn that off.
I'm gonna have to do that. Because, like, sometimes I hit it and I don't mean to, and it keeps me from actually learning how to do it properly. It would be nice, you know, for somebody who had no idea how to play the game and just wanted to have some kind of edge, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want it regularly. I'm not going to keep anybody else from using it, but, you know.
I mean, it's not a new thing. The first Marvel had it too. Well, not quite easy combos, but it had easy supers, I think.
Yeah.
Into the cube. I like, wait, hold on. Let me just put you over here, then we can put me back in the cube.
Yep.
Does it not sound like he's saying floaty ball?
I mean, it's possible.
That was like Shadow Blade, Shadow Blade.
You already made that joke.
I like how...
I mean, it actually does seem to work, so, you know.
I like how Thanos calls Tony by his last name, even though he has no reason to.
I don't know, I imagine he'd know.
I mean, I'm sure he would, but why would he call him by it? I don't think he'd care enough.
To piss Stark off, probably. One of those brief points where Stark has hidden his identity.
And fools nobody.
That was the thing that was always, you know, it's funny to me because, like, they don't even really bother with it now, but, like, there was a point in time when he kept revealing himself and then unrevealing himself. He'd be like, oh, he's my bodyguard. Nope, it's actually me. No, wait, we got another guy in the suit now. He's my bodyguard again.
After a while, I'm sure Rhodey was just like, stop.
Right. I think, like I said, I think sometime around Disassembled, he kind of gave up on that whole idea.
And that's why I couldn't...
Only for... Go ahead.
That's why I couldn't possibly write a character with the secret identity.
Well, it doesn't really make that much sense. And if you're going to do it, you have to make it make sense.
You have to commit to it.
Yeah, and it's tough.
And that's why Terry doesn't have a secret identity.
Mm-hmm. Like when I go to watch or look at the the Daredevil stories, both in the comic and on the TV, they've made it work in a way that it makes sense.
Yeah.
But none of the other characters actually have secret identities besides him.
Because I mean,
and that also makes sense.
Daredevil has the benefit of like being a more or less normal guy. So, like how he had Spider-Man cover for him, and then Iron Fist.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Daredevil. The reason Daredevil keeps his secret identity is that like they've said repeatedly, it represents a conflict of interest. People find out that he's Daredevil. and he gets disbarred, which is actually a thing that happened in the comics at one point. He got disbarred in New York for a while, so he went to California.
California. Yeah, wasn't that during the last She-Hulk run?
Yeah, he was in California during that last She-Hulk run. And I forget how exactly that ended. I think like Foggy got cancer and
Of course.
something else happened. It's like I read the relaunch and it doesn't. I haven't really worked quite out what happened. Apparently he wiped everybody's brains except for certain people who did know.
Because
He had a girlfriend and like she died or something. I don't even know.
Has Daredevil had a girlfriend who didn't die?
That's a good question.
I think the answer is.
Sure he hasn't.
I was gonna say I think the answer is no.
Yeah. And I mean, Elektra got better, but she wasn't exactly the same.
Never the same.
Don't overestimate yourself.
I should have waited. I'm kind of surprised when people don't use Soulstone, honestly.
Punch right through that motherfucker to the other motherfucker.
Yep.
I'd just like to imagine Dormammu just like, wait, what? I wonder if they're gonna do like a follow-up story mode for what with all the DLC characters.
Yeah, I would love to see that because, like I said, they set up an interesting premise. In fact, the premise that they established is more interesting than the story was.
I mean, it's
The
basically.
idea of, oh, well, we're stuck in a world where everybody's mixed up. What are we gonna do now?
I mean, it's essentially that time that Marvel and DC had the Amalgam universe.
Right.
Except,
The one thing that
characters
kind
didn't combine
of bothered me about the story was like how everybody automatically already knew everybody. That was kind of weird. The